Have you ever felt stuck, like something's holding you back from reaching your true potential? It might not be the world around you, it could be habits you've unknowingly picked up along the way. Welcome to today's video, where we'll explore the 7 bad habits that could be standing in the way of you becoming your best self. These habits might seem harmless, but they can quietly sabotage your happiness, peace of mind, and success. In this journey, we'll turn to the wisdom of Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that teaches us how to live with purpose, clarity, and resilience. Stoicism isn't just about enduring life's challenges. It's about mastering your inner world so you can rise above them. Imagine a life where you're in control of your emotions, where negativity has no power over you, and where every day is an opportunity to grow. That life is within your reach, if you're ready to let go of what's holding you back. So let's dive in and discover the 7 bad habits you need to quit right now to become your best self. Trust me, by the end of this video, you'll see how small changes can lead to big transformations. Chapter 1. Overthinking. Overthinking is like being trapped in a maze of your own mind. You keep turning the same thoughts over and over, but you never find a way out. This habit can leave you feeling anxious, overwhelmed, and exhausted. But what if I told you that there's a way to break free from this cycle? The ancient philosophy of Stoicism offers powerful tools to help you overcome overthinking and find peace within yourself. At the heart of Stoicism is the idea that we cannot control everything that happens to us, but we can control how we respond. When we overthink, we often focus on things beyond our control, what others might think, what could go wrong, or how the future might unfold. Stoicism teaches us to let go of these worries and focus on what we can control, our thoughts, actions, and attitudes. One of the key practices in Stoicism is the dichotomy of control. This principle reminds us to distinguish between what we can control and what we can't. If something is out of your hands, why waste your energy worrying about it? Instead, focus on what you can do right now. By practicing this, you train your mind to stay grounded in the present moment, reducing the urge to overthink. Another Stoic concept that helps combat overthinking is amor fati, or the love of fate. This idea encourages us to accept whatever happens as necessary and beneficial, even if it's not what we wanted. When you embrace this mindset, you stop battling with what-ifs and should-haves. You start to see every event as an opportunity to grow and learn. Stoicism also teaches us the importance of self-reflection. But unlike overthinking, which often spirals into negative thoughts, Stoic reflection is about constructive analysis. It's about asking yourself, what can I learn from this situation, and how can I improve? This kind of thinking leads to growth rather than worry. Overthinking often comes from a desire for perfection and control. Stoicism reminds us that life is unpredictable and perfection is an illusion. The Stoics believed that true peace comes not from trying to control every outcome, but from accepting life as it is and making the best of it. In essence, Stoicism offers a way out of the maze of overthinking. By focusing on what you can control, accepting what you can't, and reflecting in a constructive way, you can free your mind from unnecessary worries and find a sense of calm. The next time you find yourself caught in a web of thoughts, remember, you have the power to choose peace over worry, clarity over confusion, and wisdom over fear. Chapter 2. Trying to please everyone or people-pleasing. People-pleasing is like chasing a shadow. You can run after it forever, but you'll never catch it. When we try to please everyone, we end up losing ourselves, constantly worried about what others think and afraid of disappointing them. This endless pursuit of approval can leave us feeling empty, stressed, and unfulfilled. But Stoicism offers a different path, one that leads to inner peace and true self-worth. At the core of Stoicism is the belief that our happiness doesn't depend on external factors, like what others think of us, but on how we choose to live our lives. The Stoics teach us that we should focus on our own values and principles rather than trying to meet everyone else's expectations. After all, no matter how hard you try, you can't control other people's opinions, and trying to do so is a recipe for frustration. One of the key lessons from Stoicism is the idea of living according to your own nature. This means understanding who you are, what you stand for, and what truly matters to you. When you live in alignment with your own values, you don't need to seek approval from others because you're already confident in the choices you're making. You learn to trust yourself and find contentment in doing what you believe is right. Stoicism also encourages us to practice indifference to praise and criticism. The Stoics believed that both are fleeting and ultimately beyond our control. What really matters is how you see yourself and whether you're living up to your own standards. By focusing on your own judgment rather than others' opinions, you free yourself from the anxiety of trying to please everyone. Another Stoic principle that helps combat people-pleasing is the view from above. This involves taking a step back and seeing the bigger picture. When you look at your life from a broader perspective, you realize that the opinions of others are often trivial and shouldn't dictate your actions. What seems important in the moment often fades away over time, while staying true to yourself brings lasting peace and satisfaction. People-pleasing often stems from a fear of rejection or conflict. Stoicism teaches us to accept that not everyone will like us, and that's okay. The Stoics remind us that it's impossible to please everyone, and trying to do so is a waste of energy. Instead, focus on being the best version of yourself, and let go of the need for external validation. In summary, Stoicism provides a powerful antidote to the habit of people-pleasing. By living according to your own values, practicing indifference to others' opinions, and keeping a broader perspective, you can break free from the cycle of seeking approval. Remember, true freedom comes from within, and the only person you truly need to please is yourself. Chapter 3. Living in the Past. Living in the past is like trying to walk forward while constantly looking over your shoulder. You're stuck in memories, regrets, or what-ifs, unable to fully engage with the life that's happening right now. This habit can drain your energy, cloud your judgment, and prevent you from growing. But Stoicism offers a way to break free from the chains of the past and embrace the present moment with clarity and purpose. The Stoics believed that the past is beyond our control. No matter how much we think about it, we can't change what has already happened. Dwelling on past mistakes, missed opportunities, or old wounds only keeps us trapped in a cycle of regret and sorrow. Instead, Stoicism teaches us to accept the past as it is, learn from it, and then let it go. One of the fundamental principles of Stoicism is focusing on the present moment. The Stoics understood that the only time we truly have is now. By living in the present, we can make the most of our time, make better decisions, and find peace. When you're fully engaged in the present, the past loses its grip on you. Another important Stoic idea is amor fati, or the love of fate. This concept encourages us to embrace everything that has happened in our lives, even the difficult parts. The Stoics believed that everything happens for a reason and contributes to our growth. By adopting this mindset, you can stop wishing things had been different and start seeing your past experiences as valuable lessons that have shaped who you are today. Stoicism also emphasizes the importance of gratitude. Instead of focusing on what you've lost or what didn't go as planned, the Stoics encourage you to appreciate what you have now. Gratitude shifts your attention away from the past and helps you see the blessings in your current life. This simple practice can transform your perspective and bring more joy and contentment into your daily experience. Another Stoic practice is reframing your thoughts. If you catch yourself slipping into memories of the past, remind yourself that those moments are gone and can no longer hurt you. You can choose to view your past as a source of wisdom rather than a source of pain. By reframing your thoughts, you empower yourself to move forward with strength and confidence. In essence, Stoicism offers a path to freedom from the past. By focusing on the present, embracing your fate, practicing gratitude, and reframing your thoughts, you can break free from the burden of what was and fully experience what is. The past is gone. The future is uncertain, but the present is a gift. Use it wisely, and you'll find that life becomes richer, more peaceful, and more fulfilling. Chapter 4. Constantly worrying. Worrying is something we all do. It's natural to feel anxious about the future, our responsibilities, or the things we care about. However, constant worrying can become a burden, making us feel trapped in our own minds. This is where Stoicism, an ancient philosophy, offers wisdom that can help us manage our worries and lead a calmer life. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control and to let go of what we cannot. Many of the things we worry about are beyond our control, like the weather, other people's opinions, or the outcome of events. By recognizing this, we can free ourselves from unnecessary stress. Instead of worrying about things we cannot change, Stoics suggest we concentrate on our actions, our thoughts, and our responses to situations. This shift in focus helps reduce anxiety and brings a sense of peace. Another key Stoic idea is understanding that worrying does not change the outcome. If something is going to happen, worrying about it won't stop it. And if something bad has already happened, worrying won't undo it. Stoics believe in accepting reality as it is, rather than wasting energy on things we can't change. This doesn't mean we should ignore problems, but rather approach them with a calm mind, making decisions based on reason, not fear. Stoicism also encourages us to live in the present moment. Often our worries are about the future, things that haven't even happened yet. By focusing on the here and now, we can reduce the power of these fears. The Stoics remind us that the present is the only moment we truly have control over, so it's better to make the most of it. In summary, Stoicism offers practical advice for dealing with constant worrying. By focusing on what we can control, accepting what we cannot, and living in the present moment, we can reduce our anxiety and live a more peaceful life. This philosophy reminds us that while we may not control everything that happens to us, we do control how we respond, and that is where our true power lies. Chapter 5. Self-doubt. Self-doubt is something everyone experiences at times. It's that little voice in your head that makes you question your abilities, your decisions, and sometimes even your worth. While self-doubt can push us to improve, too much of it can hold us back, making us feel stuck or unworthy. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy, offers valuable lessons to help us overcome self-doubt and build inner strength. Stoicism teaches that our worth doesn't come from what others think of us, but from within ourselves. We often doubt ourselves because we worry about how others will judge us or compare us to others. Stoics remind us that we cannot control what others think or say. We can only control our own actions and thoughts. By focusing on being true to ourselves and our values, rather than seeking approval from others, we can reduce self-doubt and build confidence. Another important Stoic principle is to focus on our efforts, not the outcome. Sometimes self-doubt arises because we fear failure or think we're not good enough to succeed. But the Stoics teach that what truly matters is not whether we win or lose, but how we play the game. If we give our best effort, we should be proud of ourselves, regardless of the result. This mindset helps us see challenges as opportunities for growth, not as threats to our self-worth. Stoicism also encourages us to practice self-compassion. Instead of being our own harshest critic, we should treat ourselves with kindness and understanding. Everyone makes mistakes, and everyone has moments of weakness. The Stoics believed that these moments are part of being human, and they don't define our worth. By accepting our imperfections and learning from them, we can overcome self-doubt and become stronger. Lastly, Stoicism teaches the importance of focusing on the present moment. Self-doubt often comes from worrying about the future or regretting the past. But the only moment we truly have is now. By concentrating on the present and doing our best in each moment, we can quiet the voice of self-doubt and find peace within ourselves. In summary, Stoicism offers powerful tools to overcome self-doubt. By focusing on our own values, efforts, and the present moment, we can build confidence and inner strength. Stoicism reminds us that while we may doubt ourselves at times, our true power lies in how we choose to respond to those doubts, shaping a life of purpose and resilience. Chapter 6. Negative Self-Talk. Negative self-talk is that inner voice that criticizes and doubts us, often making us feel small or unworthy. It's the voice that says, "I'm not good enough," or "I'll never succeed." This kind of thinking can be damaging, leading to low self-esteem, anxiety, and even depression. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy, provides practical advice for overcoming negative self-talk and building a healthier mindset. Stoicism teaches that our thoughts shape our reality. The way we talk to ourselves influences how we see the world and our place in it. If we constantly engage in negative self-talk, we start to believe those thoughts, even if they're not true. The Stoics encourage us to be mindful of our thoughts and to challenge them when they're unhelpful. Instead of letting negative thoughts control us, we can choose to think in a more positive and rational way. One of the key principles of Stoicism is to focus on what we can control. Negative self-talk often arises when we worry about things beyond our control, like how others perceive us or the outcome of a situation. The Stoics remind us that we can't control everything that happens to us, but we can control how we respond. By shifting our focus to our actions and attitudes, we can quiet negative self-talk and take control of our inner dialogue. Stoicism also teaches us to practice self-compassion. Just as we would comfort a friend who's feeling down, we should treat ourselves with the same kindness and understanding. When we catch ourselves engaging in negative self-talk, it's important to pause and ask, "Would I say this to someone I care about?" If the answer is no, then we shouldn't say it to ourselves either. Replacing harsh self-criticism with gentle encouragement helps to build a more positive inner voice. Another Stoic practice is to reframe our thoughts. Instead of seeing challenges or mistakes as failures, we can view them as opportunities to learn and grow. For example, if we make a mistake rather than thinking, "I'm so stupid," we can think, "This is a chance to improve." By changing the way we talk to ourselves, we can turn negative thoughts into empowering ones. In summary, Stoicism offers powerful tools for overcoming negative self-talk. By being mindful of our thoughts, focusing on what we can control, practicing self-compassion, and reframing challenges, we can transform our inner dialogue into one that supports and uplifts us. Stoicism reminds us that we have the power to change our thoughts, and by doing so, we can change our lives for the better. Chapter 7. Procrastination. Procrastination is the habit of delaying tasks that we know we need to do. Whether it's putting off work, avoiding important decisions, or delaying personal goals, procrastination can lead to stress, missed opportunities, and feelings of guilt. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy, offers practical wisdom to help us overcome procrastination and take action in our lives. Stoicism teaches us the importance of focusing on the present moment. Often, we procrastinate because we're overwhelmed by the thought of a task or fear it will be difficult. But the Stoics remind us that the only moment we truly have is now. By focusing on what we can do right now, instead of worrying about the whole task, we can break it down into smaller, manageable steps. Taking that first step, no matter how small, is often the hardest part. And once we start, momentum builds. Another Stoic principle that helps combat procrastination is the idea of responsibility. The Stoics believed that we have a duty to ourselves and to others to do what needs to be done. When we procrastinate, we're not just putting off a task, we're also neglecting our responsibilities. By recognizing this, we can motivate ourselves to act, knowing that our actions have consequences, both for ourselves and for those around us. Stoicism also teaches us to overcome the fear of failure, which is a common cause of procrastination. We often delay tasks because we're afraid we won't do them perfectly, but the Stoics remind us that perfection is an illusion, and what matters most is the effort we put in. By focusing on doing our best rather than being perfect, we can reduce the fear that leads to procrastination and start taking action. Another helpful Stoic practice is the concept of memento mori, or remembering that life is short. The Stoics believed that by keeping the brevity of life in mind, we're reminded that time is precious and shouldn't be wasted. Procrastination robs us of time that we'll never get back. By adopting a sense of urgency and making the most of each day, we can push ourselves to stop delaying and start doing. In summary, Stoicism offers valuable tools to overcome procrastination. By focusing on the present moment, recognizing our responsibilities, letting go of the fear of failure, and remembering the preciousness of time, we can break the habit of procrastination and lead a more productive and fulfilling life. Stoicism reminds us that taking action is the key to progress and that the time to act is now. As we wrap up, remember, the road to becoming your best self isn't about perfection, it's about progress. The Stoics believed that we have the power to change our habits and by doing so, transform our lives. Every small step you take to quit these bad habits is a step toward a more resilient, peaceful, and fulfilled version of yourself. So, what's the one habit you're going to tackle first? The journey won't always be easy, but with Stoic wisdom as your guide, you're equipped to face any challenge. Keep in mind that real change happens one decision at a time, one day at a time. If you found value in these insights, hit that like button, subscribe for more content on Stoicism and self-improvement, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Which habit are you ready to quit today? Remember, the best time to start is right now. Embrace the journey, and let's walk this path to greatness together. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay strong, stay stoic, and keep becoming the best version of yourself.